This is 5 on your side at 5. Focused on you.
Tonight at 5, preserving historic neighborhoods in St. Louis. The efforts to begin the conversation and the plan to take action. Good evening, I'm Brent Solomon. The live discussion just wrapped up at today's Back to School Expo hosted by the Urban League. And 5 on your side's Mercedes McKay was there and has more on what leaders are really hoping will happen next year.
Brian, it was pretty incredible to watch this discussion play out. There are so many community members working daily to keep historic Black neighborhoods across the St. Louis area. The discussion was centered around 5 neighborhoods specifically, some that are expanding, some that are struggling to survive, and even some that don't exist anymore. Those neighborhoods included the Ville, Pruitt-Augo, Lewis Place, Mill Creek Valley, and the city of Kinloch. Organizers say these communities have a ton in common with the challenges they face, including vacancy, lack of home ownership, and lack of funding and assistance. Organizers are hopeful the discussion today empowered others to take pride in their neighborhoods and help keep it alive.
There's concerns, there's comments that neighbors have about their neighborhoods being gentrified, their neighborhoods being eliminated, but it will be eliminated if no one is preserving the history. It will be eliminated if no one is taking on the lead to speak to the historical and the cultural significance of the neighborhoods that they stay in.
One of the panelists was a retired community activist who grew up in the Ville and has lived there for 73 years. Coming up at 6, I'll share her story and what it's been like for her to watch the neighborhood she grew up loving become more and more vacant.
All right, Mercedes, we'll look forward to that. Today, area students receiving scholarships from the 100 Black Men of St. Louis. The organization gave out $3,000 in scholarships today to winners of a local essay contest. Students were asked to write about important father figures in their lives. The first place winner received $1,500. There were 3 winners in total. The 100 Black Men organization empowers and equips young Black men in our area through mentorship and service opportunities. Also, inside the Dome today, the Urban League's Back to School Expo. All day, people have been able to stock up on back to school necessities here at the America Center. There were free back to school supplies, haircuts, health screenings, and even vaccinations. The Urban League says this is all about setting students up for success.
We need to make sure that they have the book bags, the school supplies, the groceries, the resources for their families and everything that they need in order to have a stable school year, because their success is our success and their success is St. Louis's success.
Gospel artist Fred Hammond performed at the Expo this afternoon. This is Missouri's largest back-to-school event, and it continues until 6 o'clock. Today, we caught up with the new St. Louis Public School Superintendent. She tells us she feels optimistic about the start of the school year.
I am hitting the ground running and hitting the ground listening. And so I've been able to launch my first 100-day campaign, Engage, Explore, and Empower. And so I'm just trying to listen to people, families and students, the staff, just about what they love about St. Louis Public Schools and what are the opportunities for us to make changes.
Dr. Keisha Scarlett recently moved to St. Louis from Seattle, where she served in public schools for 24 years. For everything you need to know about the back-to-school season, text the word SCHOOL to 314-425-5355. Let's go ahead and see if we can get your weather forecast now. We have live images coming in. A calmer day after some storms overnight, and the lows are in the 60s today. Meteorologist Gary Frank is standing by. Gary, can we expect more rain?
Yeah, at some point. I think we're going to be dealing with a couple of days that are a little bit more active. Right now, it's quiet outside. We've got cloud cover, and I think the rest of the evening is quiet as we look in St. Charles. You've had that mix of sun and clouds for the most part today, and there is a system that's moved through and actually severe weather in central Indiana. Once again, we're not going to be dealing with that right now, but I do want to look ahead to at least into the overnight hours and especially 24 hours from now. I think this system that's working its way into the Dakotas is part of a tornado watch. This may impact us tomorrow and give us our next opportunity for severe weather. Right now, 84 degrees, not all that bad. Temperatures in the 70s in some spots like Litchfield, where it's a little bit more cloudy. And what I think over the next few days is likely it's going to be quiet for the next 24 hours. We may see a stray shower early tomorrow, but our severe weather risk arrives late tomorrow, and then we have another by midweek, and that's what we'll really highlight. Is for the most part tonight, it's cool and quiet, a few clouds around and maybe a sprinkle. But as we time out tomorrow's severe threat, we'll talk about why that's just the start of kind of an active pattern for this time of the year, and why we're still going to be stressed to hit 90 degrees over the next 7 days, Brent.
All right, Gary, stay close. This week, the federal government launched a new website to help people save on their student loans. President Biden's administration has a new plan that will allow some borrowers to see monthly payments as low as $0, while others will save money over the course of the loan's lifetime. Gordon Severson explains how the website works.
The Education Department launched a new beta website this week where student loan borrowers can log in and see all of their options for paying off their student loans when payments resume in October. One of those options is the new Save Plan.
For most borrowers, they will see an overall lower payment plan than what they were paying before.
Kim Miller with Lutheran Social Service says the Save Plan looks at the borrower's income and family size to determine how low their required monthly payment should be. For many on the lower end, that number will be $0 a month. Miller says that means borrowers on the plan can sign up, not pay anything, and still avoid racking up interest on their student loans.
Offering a lower repayment plan option is not for everybody, but it can be helpful, especially right now, for people who are just looking for a way to ease back into their repayments.
Miller says the Save Plan also has a forgiveness component to it. After several years of making payments, borrowers will have their remaining balance forgiven, even if those payments are $0 a month. Miller says the application process is also more convenient than ever. Borrowers can apply in less than 10 minutes, and they don't have to reapply every year with new information, because the website can now access your tax returns to see which plans and benefits you qualify for.
And we are just encouraging people to take a look. You know, a lot of people have been avoiding looking at their student loans for good reasons. It can seem really overwhelming, but there are a lot of different options now.